Welcome back to Interview with the Vampire. That last episode was absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to see how they follow that up. Like the light by which God made the world before he made light. Could they make the titles of these episodes any longer?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Should I follow? Or...
Run for it.
Hello.
Hello again.
We're particularly poor at keeping our assets alive.
I'm not an asset.
It's not exactly a great track record.
The mackerel was better last time. You fear Armand. You should fear the other one.
I'm much more afraid of Armand.
Wait for Revelation to enter the room.
We can help you find a public.
You can feel the tension.
We'll get a phone call.
Mr. Malloy would like to stay alive.
Then perhaps he should have thrown the tapes away when he found them in his mailbox.
Yeah, well, that didn't happen, so take me back.
I remember you racing back from rehearsals to tell me how ambitious the conceit was.
Well, I was following your advice, wasn't I? I didn't want to bring the work's anxieties into our
You're
home.
recalling the events with bias because of the machinations surrounding it.
I mean, you're not really one to talk, Louis, to be fair.
It's quite lovely, Sam. Even more what you're doing.
It's great.
Santiago.
Get on with it. The day, the hour, the minute.
New Orleans, Louisiana, early February 1940.
Merci, monsieur.
Jesus.
Illuminated.
Oblivious to the conspiracy uniting around him.
Too on top of things to have fallen for this. I don't buy it. I may really despise you, but I don't believe you fell for this.
I was in love.
Sure.
I buy that he'd been in power a long time.
It was love.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Did you and Mr. Malloy talk to anyone during dinner?
Just the chef.
No.
Why do you ask? Love?
You guys aren't exactly being subtle about being pissed at him.
Diaries or fuck these vampires.
You haven't.
Gotta love Claudia's way with words.
Unless you're
Just our memories of her.
Aw, Louis.
Boris, they come.
Shit.
A little more vermouth next time, Rashid.
Was the vermouth comment referring to Armand's previous statement that Lestat tasted like annihilation and vermouth? Pricks. Come on, Claudia. Rip these assholes apart. Or Louis. One of the two. Oh, we're not doing this, are we?
There was also fish.
Oh, but someone certainly does, you evil motherfuckers. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Oh, I feel so bad for them. Can't you see how bad I feel for them? Nice. Solid, slow death for you. As it should. I've got exactly zero sympathy for rapists or people who help in those endeavors, so. Now, I know this looks a little weird, but just hear me out. Yeah, it's okay. Just take a seat. If you need a moment, I understand.
That's good. Vampire. Where's the light switch?
Portals to the sky beyond.
like he got sick on the canvas?
Watch. I'll sell it for 5 times the price in a
The
year.
first vampire pilot.
Why not?
Telling me no other vampires have ever flown a plane?
Come read them to me while I fuck you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I know who's the bottom in the relationship.
What's blood taste like? You've bit your lip before. No. It's not the answers to life's mystery, it's food. I need it.
I mean, I feel like you could do a slightly better job explaining it.
I want tato.
She says another word, I'll break her arms and throw her out the window.
Pull up a chair. Let's start again.
Let's be more polite.
Is it romantic?
No. No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
You were Lestat's, now you're Armand's.
Or Armand is mine?
Yeah, okay.
A weird white lady I met by happenstance.
It's a cute and insulting way to put it. I love it. An interesting change, though. Again, I remember in the movie, she was like her mother, basically, not her companion.
You're a manipulator, Claudia de Lis encore.
No.
That's rich coming from you, buddy.
Non, je vais être avec elle. Mais toi, tu peux aller te faire foutre.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Tu seras un monstre.
Well, everyone already sees her as one,
Si tu
so...
fais moi un monstre, tu feras que me transformer en ce que je suis déjà.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the burden of me.
I said it to get him through the door.
If it works, I guess.
Harder too.
Yeah, I've noticed that
But you
too.
gotta give up something to get something.
Quand elle se jettera dans le feu. Parce qu'elle le fera.
Why are you so confident that she will?
Metre in the bedroom, metre only when it's hot or convenient.
That's how I took it.
I had reason.
That's what I said.
Walked into Madeline's
outrageous
atelier with your mind made up.
Louis' opinion.
Claudia's.
The correct opinion.
And where shall we put the audience? Behind the fucking projection screen?
What's up your ass tonight?
Can you respectfully find another object to buff?
Sure thing, douchebag.
Always a yes, Major.
A gang of drunkards hanging off the side of the Eiffel Tower.
I wonder if any of those crimes were like actual crimes that happened in Paris.
The woman could turn into one of those drooling revenants you saw back in...
Look at you, Louis. Learning to be a bit manipulative yourself. I wonder if Louis was actually being as cold as he is here, or if that's just his perspective being kind of skewed right now, because in the present day, he's really pissed at Armand.
J'arrive pas à croire que mon dernier verre de vin soit un chardonnay. J'aurais dû en prévoir plus.
You're like, I don't want a goddamn shard. Well, alright, let's get to it.
Madeline welcomed my fangs.
You want her to join in? Alright. This is a very strangely sensual kind of moment.
The anguish of an unexpected death.
Wow.
But amongst the past...
It's like she really did have a really rough life, dude. You can see why she's like, you know, screw all this, I'm gonna go be a vampire.
As Madeline,
I thought you didn't want to be here, sir.
I did not care.
Really.
I finished the job. Claudia took my hand. We said something about being even. I did not care.
This is too important a moment in our story for these games.
Oh, is there a game being played?
Kind of love seeing them both gang up on Armand, honestly.
And you're angry that I erased it.
Well, now that you mention it, yes.
You asked me to do it.
Oh, sure he did. Okay, what the fuck ever.
Shit.
I spent the rest of my life trying to make up for it. I'll never make up for it.
What did you
He
do?
forgave me for it.
I didn't forgive you.
Yeah, neither did I.
You want an apology? I'm sorry. He thought it was the right thing to do, too.
Apology, not accepted.
I asked you.
Louis, do not fall for that shit, please. How convenient that you don't remember asking. Guess that was all just erased as well.
And thank you for never treating me like a child. Take some lessons, Louis.
Yeah.
Back to Paris?
I told Claudia I can feel your love, huh?
Oh.
See him once more.
Okay, well, let's get the hell out of my soul.
What's he doing? What are you doing? Oh, shit. You treacherous little fucker. How on earth did you forgive him for this?
They gave him a choice.
What, Claudia got to be happy for what? A couple weeks, couple months at the very most? A trial. I hate this coven, I hate Armand. Oh shit. Oh shit. You could not have popped up at a worse time, my guy. Oh shit. Oh. Okay. Now that is how you do a cliffhanger. Oh no. Another really, really good episode. I don't think I liked it as much as the previous. I wouldn't be surprised if the previous is my top rated for the entire season. I've seen a lot of people say that it is for them. But this was really good. This was very good. I think it's very interesting that they framed the whole Armand betrayal the way they did. Like, 2 or 3 episodes ahead of time that he's going to betray them. Or not even necessarily betray them, but he does something that requires an insane amount of forgiveness. And that going into this whole situation. But you don't know what it is until the moment finally happens. And even knowing that it's coming, it still really pissed me off. That particular type of betrayal, I can see why it would require a lifetime's worth of apologies. That's partly because I know where this is going. Again, I have seen the movie. I don't remember a whole lot from it, but I do remember one particular bit of the movie very well. That being the coven putting them on trial and then executing Claudia and Madeline. So needless to say, I really don't want to watch the next episode because I know how it's going to end, and I know it's going to really hurt to watch. And for Armand to be directly responsible for that, I have zero clue as to how Louis could have forgiven him for that. I also don't even buy the whole, the coven gave him a choice. Armand is the maître. I would not be surprised if he is the one who just came up with the idea to do this, as opposed to, I was given a choice one way or the other. Bullshit. He could kill every single one of them if he wanted to. He has telekinesis and powers beyond what anyone else in that coven has. He's 500 some years old. No way. Don't believe it. Don't believe him. But getting back to other things in this episode, I enjoyed seeing, at least potentially seeing, how the narrative can be affected by the mood that Louis is in. Because I'm 90% convinced he was only being as hard and cold as he was, as Claudia said, throughout this episode, simply because he was really angry in the present. And it's really only after he sort of forgives Armand for taking his memories because of the 100% bullshit explanation that, Louis asked me to. You asked me to do it. Don't believe that for a second. I'm sure there's someone who's like, no, that is the case. I'm like, no, I don't buy it. I do not buy that. That is an awfully convenient way to get off the hook for that particular situation. But it's only after he hears this and sort of lightens up that his character in the past also seems to lighten up and become sort of the usual self that we've seen. And this whole season has really emphasized the whole unreliable narrator thing, so I found that rather interesting. I like that. Santiago is really becoming a thorn in my side. He doesn't seem exceptionally threatening in terms of we could never deal with him if things came to violence. I've already seen Louis get the better of him once. He's just so pompous and arrogant and theatrical. I really want to see him get knocked down a peg or two. I don't know if I will. I actually don't remember if Louis deals with the coven or anyone in it. Again, I just know what the coven does to Claudia and Madeline, so that'll be fun. And for the longest time, Madeline's transition into becoming a vampire almost seemed too easy. She accepted that Claudia was a vampire and that she wanted to do this so quickly, but at the same time, after seeing her past and how difficult her entire life has been, it makes so much sense that she would just be like, you know what? I've been treated like a monster my whole life. I've suffered trauma after trauma after trauma, and Claudia is the one good thing in her life, so why not just go that one extra step and become a vampire with her? It makes a lot of sense. And I actually kind of like the change that she's her companion, potentially a romantic interest, and not the mother figure that she was in the movie. At least that's how I remember her in the movie. I don't know if I'm getting that particular detail wrong, but that is how I remember it. It makes the situation more intimate. It makes it more personal for both Claudia and for Madeline. It doesn't feel one-sided at all. It's like they both need this in order to survive. Madeline in general has very quickly grown on me. I really enjoy her presence, and unfortunately it looks like I will not be holding on to it for that much longer. I'm hoping I don't eat my words later and find out that, oh, actually Armand was helping this whole time, and it just kind of seemed like he was betraying them and manipulating the situation, because my god, dude. The amount of red flags and moments here where I thought, nope, that is 100% a lie, that is 100% a manipulation, it was just off the charts for me. So I'm hoping in the next episode, or in the next 2 episodes, there's no reveal saying, actually, he was on their side, just in a really weird way. Because I want to continue to hate Armand, if I'm being perfectly honest. I can't stand him, and I want to continue to not stand him. And as usual, every actor, including Armand, they're all doing such a great job portraying really complex and complicated emotions, where it's not clear-cut whether they're upset, happy, somewhere in between. It's always a mixture of emotions with almost every scenario on the show, which I've always really liked. And that gives this episode an 8.7 out of 10. Very, very strong episode. Not quite as great as the last one. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if that last one is my all-time favorite for the show, or at least for this season. But this had some truly standout moments, some very slow but very good pacing. Some of the editing in this episode wasn't my absolute favorite. Like during the memories of Madeline, I'm not a fan of the crossfade to multiple scenarios. It's not a lazy editing technique, it's just a slightly boring one to me, and since it was during such a prominent moment, it bugged me just a little bit. I also didn't quite feel like the sound design and music was quite up to par here. There were still some very beautiful moments, but there are some episodes on this show where the music just completely blows me away, and this one just didn't quite hit that same level for me, so just a slight little ding from that. But it was still a great episode. Great cliffhanger, great sort of twist with Armand betraying them, even though you know it's coming. A very unconventional, turning kind of scene with Madeline that I enjoyed quite a lot. So even though I know the next episode is going to be nothing but pain, I cannot wait to watch it. So I'll see you all there. That's about it.